Previously on Mega Man 5. Why yes, I did see this. It's pretty dang awesome. And now... Hello, Rowan Mithril here once again, getting back to the Mega Man 5 Fortress Stage Perfect runs. It's time to move on to Skull Castle Stage 2. Onward toward Wily, or at least getting closer to him. And so here we go. Time for a rather very purple stage. But I'm okay with that. I like purple. What'd you expect? I'm a saint. The first room isn't so bad, but then purple gives way to blue as we find ourselves in the water portion of the stage. Thankfully, this is the only room of it where the water is of any real consequence. Most of this room is spent luring a bunch of scuba nets around. That and making sure that you don't jump up into the death spikes. But once you're used to this room, it really isn't so terribly bad. Come on, wake up. The scuba mets take a bit longer to get out of their helmets than most types of mets, so you do have a good bit of reaction time there. I may as well refill Rush Coil while I'm here. No reason not to. Okay, almost back out. And blue gives way to purple once again. Now these types of nets, be ready to fire quickly. You don't have a lot of room to get around their shots if they manage to fire those off. Okay, don't jump up here too quickly. That mouse is ready to ambush you. Though it will quickly scroll itself back off if you don't hit it. In fact, there's a number of mice here. Wily, you have a rodent problem. You also have a chicken problem, but that's another matter entirely. But now it's time for things to get rather tricky. Hi there, Power Massler. You're not giving us a lot of room to dodge. Those hitboxes are terrifying. There's very little room to escape that one. And yes, a dog. But our problems aren't quite over just yet. Hi there, another Power Massler. You need to lure this one to fall, and then get back under him. But once you get over here... Revenge! You're too big, you can't come over here. This is my clubhouse. And with that, it's boss time. Meet Circling Q9. He looks more intimidating than he really is. It's a very pattern-based boss. You basically just have to figure out the pattern. That and don't get greedy with the shots. While he's weaving around like this, just kind of follow behind him and the lob shots should all miss. Once he's stopped, he'll move in the direction where you were when he first stopped, and then he'll alternate. The shots that he fires at that point, he will try and aim toward you a bit, so just be careful about that. Like I said, be patient, don't get too greedy here. Depending on how fast you are and sure of your shots, you can usually get anywhere from 3 to 4 shots in on him. Like there was a 4-shot pass. I've had times where it felt like I could maybe get a 5th shot in on him, but I've never actually managed it. Like I said, just don't get too reckless. If you don't, this is a very easy fight. Yeah, I was kind of in the middle there. I wasn't really sure which way it was going to go. Also, do be a bit careful about the moving platforms during some phases. They kind of feel like they get more in the way than they actually help you. Okay, almost done. One more pass should do it. And there we go! Circling Q9 is down. So with that, we finished the second stage of Wily's castle. And, well, the third stage is pretty short. We probably know what that means. But anyway, we'll cover that next time. For now, outtakes. Enjoy! Yeah, that timed out badly. And we're almost out of the water. Blue once more gives way to purple. Now these styles... I knew they were going to catch me at least once with that. Now these types of Mets, you need to be ready to fire and quickly. Man, the curse is back in full force. Yep. I always forget you're there. Well, bugger. Now things get rather dangerous. This Power Massler does not give you a lot of reaction room. Yeah. This Power Massler does not give you a lot of room to dodge around it. Case in point. But our troubles aren't quite over yet. One more Power Massler. Ah, bugger! Didn't lure you out far enough. Ah, what a pain! We have this one to worry about, too. This one, you need to be kind of careful about how you lure him around. Or that happens. Okay, resetting. Let's try that again. You pest! Thought you'd be the easier one to deal with. Ah, no, really? Bugger! So with that, another Wily stage is down. And the problems here were pretty obvious. But then, so too was the lack of much else. I give Skull Castle Stage 2 a 3 out of 10. Pretty much the majority of that is due to how careful you have to be around those two Power Masslers right at the end. Especially the first one. It's one of those things where the technique is easy enough to understand. It's simple to gather what you need to do. But actually pulling it off, well, that's a bit of a thing. It's very easy to wind up with no room to dodge him when he comes back down. You'll either come up short and get stomped, or go that one pixel too far and land on the death spikes. The second Power Massler is a bit easier to deal with. There's more room to judge if you need to reset, and a lot more room to maneuver around him. But aside from those two, there's really not much else that makes things that tricky in this stage. The water room can be tricky, but once you get used to it, it's pretty easy overall. Circling Q9, he's one of those pattern-based bosses that it only really has a chance if you get complacent. Thus, overall it's a pretty easy stage to get through. Pretty much a 3 out of 10 earned by those Power Masslers, and basically them alone. With that, that's the end of this one. Thank you very much for watching, I hope you enjoyed the vid, and I shall see you again for the next one. Until then, fare thee well.